everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be my trying to conceive update video. So here's what happened. Hello and welcome back to another trying to conceive update. So you might be thinking, why are we looking at a new pregnancy test? And why are you testing when you're only just starting your cycle out again? Well, I didn't actually start properly bleeding. In the last video I said that I thought that I was getting my period. While it was a little bit heavier than the spotting, it was all the whole time it was like the end of a period. It never actually was like the beginning or the middle, it was like the end. Like it never got heavy. So I just thought, well, you know, maybe it's just a fluke, I'll just wait. But then I've been having a really strange symptom I have never had before, and that is I've got lots and lots of veins on my womanhood. So I decided that I would take a test. So here is our test, and as you can see the result window is clear, so I'm going to dip it now and then we'll leave it a few minutes. So now that's starting to run, we'll just tip it upside down and we'll come back in a few minutes and read it. I just really want to be pregnant, and I know this is silly doing a test, but with what's been happening lately, I thought it was probably a good idea to probably try a test and see what it says. Okay, so now we're going to check the test. Oh dear. Yeah, that's looking negative to me. I'm just gonna say that it's negative because there is clearly no second line there. Sorry, the camera just doesn't want to focus. Oh well, maybe I shouldn't have tested. But yeah. Okay, maybe that was a period, maybe it was just a really weird one, but like I've never had one like that light before where it never actually amounted to anything. But we'll see. Okay dokie, I'll be back with another trying to conceive update sometime soon. Bye! Hello and welcome back to another trying to conceive update. So as you guys would already know, last month we were not successful at getting pregnant. So now we're in a new month and we're doing some LH tests or ovulation tests. So I actually started testing yesterday, but I didn't video this one. So now we're on cycle day 9. So this test was taken on cycle day 8. So as you can see, it's not positive, although it is detecting that there is some LH there because there is a second line. It's very light, but it's there and it's very noticeable. So that was cycle day 8, and now we're on cycle day 9 and I'm going to take another test. So this test is blank, so I'm just going to dip it now. So now we're just waiting for the dye to finish running, and then we've got to wait a few minutes for it to become clear so that we can see how many lines there is. So as you can see, there is no second line there. So I'm going to go get another test and just double check it. So we are back with another test. So now we're going to dip this one and see what it says. So now we have them all lined up and we're just waiting. Okay, so as you can see, the second test that I did has not come up with a line either. So I don't know what's happened here. But this is just what these tests are like. Their pregnancy tests are the same. They are the one-step brand, and I just find that they're always giving false positives. I mean, even though I should have some LH right now because I should be ovulating, but I don't know what's happening here. So yeah, I just thought I would take a second test. So it looks like I'm not ovulating yet. I have tried temping, but that hasn't really worked for me in the past either. So yeah, that is today, cycle day 9, test results, and I'll be back with another update soon. Bye! So today we are taking another ovulation test and I am on cycle day 10. Here we have our blank test. So now I'm going to dip it and then we'll come back in a few minutes and check it. Okay, so now that's running and we just have to wait a few minutes. Okay, so now we're back checking the test. I have it up against the one that I took a couple of days ago that did have a line on it, just to see if there is any other line, but there doesn't seem to be any other line there. It seems to be just one line. Now this test that I took a couple of days ago, it is still negative even though it has two lines. For it to be positive, it has to be as dark as the control line or darker. So I will be back tomorrow on cycle day 11 with another update. Hello everybody and welcome back to another trying to conceive video. So today is cycle day 11 and I'm going to take an ovulation test. So here is the test and as you can see it is a clear test and is ready to be dipped. So we're just going to dip it now. So now we just have to wait for it to finish running. I'm sorry about the huffing and puffing in the background, that is Cookie Dog. I just had to turn on the lights so that we could get a better view. There doesn't seem to be a second line there, so obviously this is negative even if there was a faint line. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be any line at all, which is disappointing after the last test that I took. Well, not the last test I took, but the test that I have taken the other day that came up with another line. So that's a bit of a shame. So anyway, this is cycle day 11's ovulation test and I will be back with another ovulation test tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Hello everybody and welcome back to another trying to conceive update. So today is cycle day 12 and we're going to take an ovulation test. So as you can see, the test is clear, so it should be in perfect working order. So now we're going to dip it. Now we just have to wait for it to finish running and come back in a few minutes. Okay, so now it's been a few minutes and we're looking at the test now. I only see one line here, so this will be negative even if there is a faint line, but it's definitely negative. There is no LH in my system yet, even though there really should be by now. So I will be back with another update on cycle day 13. So this has been cycle day 12's ovulation test. See you tomorrow. Hello and welcome back to another trying to conceive update. So today is cycle day 13 and we're just about to take another ovulation test. So here is the test and the result window is all clear. So it's not faulty or anything, so now we can dip it and wait for the results. So now it's running and we just have to wait a few minutes. So now we're back to check the test for cycle day 13. So this ovulation test is negative. So I will be back tomorrow on cycle day 14 to do another test. See you then. Hello everybody and welcome back to another trying to conceive update. So today we are on cycle day 14 and I'm going to take an ovulation test. So same drill but hopefully different results. So the test is clear, so now we're going to dip it. So now that the dye has run, we need to leave it a few minutes for it to adjust. So it's been a few minutes and now we're back to read the results. So this ovulation test is negative. So that is the ovulation test for cycle day 14 and I will be back tomorrow with another ovulation test. Hello and welcome back to another trying to conceive update. So today is cycle day 15 and we're taking another ovulation test. Here is our test and it's all clear, so now we can dip it. So now it's working and we just need to wait for it to stop running and then we can check the results in a few minutes. So I have come back to check my ovulation test and it is negative. So that is cycle day 15's ovulation test and I will be back on cycle day 16 to do another ovulation test. And just if you're curious what time of the month I'm at the moment, so today is Good Friday and tomorrow will be Easter Saturday. So yeah, I'll be back on Easter Saturday for another ovulation test. So I'll see you then. Hello and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So today is cycle day 16 and it is Easter Saturday. So I'm going to take an ovulation test. So the result window is clear and it is ready to use. Now that is running and I just need to wait a few minutes. So now we're back to check the results for cycle day 16 and they are negative. So I will be back tomorrow on cycle day 17, which will be Easter, to take another ovulation test. So I'll see you then. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So at the moment it is Easter morning and we are on cycle day 17. So here is our test and as you can see it's all clear, all good to use. So now that the dial is running, we just need to wait a few minutes. So it's been a few minutes and we're back to check the results and the test is negative. So I will be back tomorrow on cycle day 18 to do another test. So I'll see you then. Hello and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So today is cycle day 18 and we're taking another ovulation test. So here is our test and as you can see the result window is clear, so now we're going to go ahead and dip it. It has just ran, so now we just have to wait a few minutes. Okay, so now we're back to check the test and it is negative, so that is the ovulation test for cycle day 18. And I'll be back tomorrow on cycle day 19 to do another test. See you then. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So we're back today on cycle day 19 with another ovulation test. So as you can see here, the result window is clear, so now we're going to dip it. So now that's running and we'll come check it in a few minutes. So we are back to check the results for cycle day 19 and they are negative. So I will be back on cycle day 20 with another ovulation test. So I'll see you then. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So I'm going to take an ovulation test and we are on cycle day 20. As you can see it is clear, so we are ready to dip it. So now that it's running we just need to wait a few minutes to read the results. So we are back checking the results now and they are negative. So this is my second last ovulation test. I have one more test and then I've run out. So hopefully the ones that I've ordered will come in, but I'm seriously doubting that. So it's negative for cycle day 20 and I'll be back tomorrow to do another test. See you then. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So today is cycle day 21 and we're going to take an ovulation test. So this is my last test, so I don't know what I'm going to do. One of my apps is saying that I start testing for pregnancy in 5 days, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to buy any more ovulation tests. I do have some coming in the mail, so hopefully they come, but I don't really want to spend any money this late in my cycle on ovulation tests because you're not meant to still be testing this late, but I just haven't received a positive even though I did start early in my cycle. So let's go ahead and take this test. So as you can see the result window is clear, so now we're going to go ahead and dip it. Now that is running and we just need to wait a few minutes. So we are back to check the results for cycle day 21 and the test is negative. So I will be back tomorrow hopefully with another update. See you then. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So today is cycle day 22 and my pregnancy tests that I've ordered still haven't come and my ovulation tests that I ordered haven't come either. So I've run out of ovulation tests, so today we're going to be taking a pH test. Now the reason that we are taking a pH test is sometimes if the pH is out of balance that can affect your fertility, so we're just going to check that today. Here is our strip and the guide. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip this pH test and then we're going to match it up to the colour on this graph. Okay, so now we need to wait 15 seconds before we can read it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it should be all good now. So we're going to match it up to the numbers. So I kind of feel like the orange one is 5.7, 5.75, so that one that it's in line with. And then this second one is like probably that one there. Okay, so I've just been speaking to my husband and he seems to think that the test for pH should be around 7.4. So before, when I was comparing the strip to the color chart on the box, it's showing that I am very acidic, which is not very good at all. But yeah, my husband is going to test his later to see if he gets a different result or not. So that is the Trying to Conceive update for cycle day 22. So I will see you another day with another update. Hopefully my tests arrive soon. So I'll see you in the next Trying to Conceive update. So I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today a package arrived, so we're going to open it. So I'm not really sure what is in here, but we'll soon see. So I have a feeling it might be my pregnancy tests. And it is! So I think half should be ovulation and the other half should be HCG. So yes, I was so waiting for these to come. So we have an ovulation test and a HCG test. So we're going to go and take one of each right now. Welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update for cycle day 25. So it has been a few days since the last because I was waiting for the tests to arrive and now they are here. So here is our HCG test and the result window is clear, so now it is ready to dip. That one has worked, so now all we need to do is wait a few minutes for the results. So now moving on to the ovulation test, and as you guys can see, the result window of this test is clear, so it is ready to dip. So that one is running and we just need to wait a few minutes to check the results. So now we are back to check the results and the ovulation test is still negative. And then if we move up here to the HCG test, that is also negative. It is a little bit early for HCG to be showing up, but yeah, still a little bit frustrating that I'm still getting negative ovulation tests. So they are the tests for cycle day 25 and I will be back tomorrow with another Trying to Conceive update. So, see you then. Bye.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. Today is cycle day 26 test. I haven't had a positive ovulation test yet and I'm just testing for pregnancy just in case, for some reason the ovulation test wasn't working. But I don't have my hopes really high for this month, because we just really haven't been focusing on getting pregnant. There are months where we step back from it a little bit, and I know you're probably thinking, oh yeah, but just relaxing, that's going to help, right? Well, no, it doesn't help. It only makes it worse because then we don't, what they call baby dance, enough to actually even have a chance of conceiving. Enough about that, let's go ahead and take these tests. Here is the HCG test and the result window is clear, so it's ready to dip. Okay, so now that one's running and we can come back in a few minutes and check the results. Now here is the ovulation test, and as you can see, the result window is also clear on this one, so it's ready to dip. So now that one is running and we can come back and check it in a few minutes. So now the HCG test is ready to check, and there is only one line there. It is negative. So that is cycle day 26 HCG test. Now time to check the ovulation test. So there is only one line there, so that is still negative. So that is cycle day 26 ovulation test. So again, we have had some really unpleasing results. So that is the tests for cycle day 26, and I'll see you tomorrow on cycle day 27. See you then. Bye. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So today is cycle day 27, and we're going to take an ovulation test and a pregnancy test. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is the ovulation test, and as you can see, the result window is clear. So now that one is working, we'll just wait a few minutes and we'll do the other test. As you can see, the result window on this test is clear. Now it doesn't look like this one ran properly, so I'm just going to take another test. Result window is clear. So now we just need to wait for this one to run, and then we can come back and check the results. So now we're back to check the results of our LH test, and it is negative. Okay, so now we're back to check the results of the pregnancy tests, and they are both negative also. So that is testing for cycle day 27, and I'll be back tomorrow on cycle day 28 with another update and some more testing. So see you then. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So just before I take these tests, I just want to have a quick chat. So I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about how I was thinking of possibly doing IVF. Now there is a bulk billing IVF, but there is only one or two of them that I am aware of in Australia. And basically my friend said that it's a waste of taxpayers' money putting it towards IVF. So I was like, okay, well, you know, a lot of people think that a lot of things are a waste of taxpayers' money, and that's okay, we aren't all going to agree on the same thing. So then this person went on to say that it's selfish to do IVF and that it's just like going and getting Botox. So that just kind of made me a bit upset. Like, being a parent is supposed to be the most natural thing ever, and when it's not naturally happening, you just wonder what's wrong with yourself. And another thing is, being a parent is actually a lot less selfish because it's not all about you. It's about this little human that you're raising. I can't see why wanting to be a parent is selfish. So they also mentioned that I should just adopt. Well, if you want to know the adopting statistics, I'll give them to you right now. So for adoption, you are looking at 40 to 50 grand for adopting a child, and you may wait up to easily 10 or 15 years before you even get a child. Of course, with IVF, there is the chance that it will fail, but it's only 10 to 15 grand, which is a lot less than adopting. And at the end of the day, I don't think we can really afford to wait 10 or 15 years for a child, because especially if we get a younger child, my husband isn't really going to be that young anymore. I mean, he's not going to be old, but you know, for raising a really, really young child. So it's not really an option for us, because it's no shock that as we get older, we naturally just lose our energy. That's why we're wanting to have children while we're young and while we do have energy to raise children. So I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to have a little vent and just tell you guys a bit more about trying to conceive. And you know, trying to conceive, I do get a lot of these comments, and I do get a lot of just relax, and it's just not that simple. So now I'm going on to test. So we're going to be testing with ovulation and pregnancy test. So here is our ovulation test, and it is blank, so it is ready to dip. So now we just need to wait for that one to run, and then we can check the results. So here is our pregnancy test, and as you can see, the result window is clear, so it's ready to use. So now that that one is working, we just need to wait a few minutes and then we'll come back and check the results. So now we are back to check the test for cycle day 28 and the ovulation test is negative. Now we move down to the pregnancy test and that is also negative. So 2 negative tests for cycle day 28 and I will be back tomorrow on cycle day 29 with some more updates and more testing. So see you then. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So here I have all of my tests from this month and I will not be testing again because yesterday on cycle day 28 I started light spotting and bleeding. So I think for once I had a normal 28-day cycle. So that's great, but I went and looked on my calendar and my chances of getting pregnant were still really high. Done everything correctly. So I'm actually wondering now if it's not just my PCOS, if maybe there's something wrong with my egg quality or something else that the doctors have missed. So yeah, I'm really annoyed because I keep looking back at my calendar every time that I do get Aunt Flo, and every time I look back my chances would have been really high and it still just hasn't, I still haven't got pregnant. So really frustrating. But just to show you guys, when you're trying to conceive at the end of the month, this is what your counter looks like in your bathroom. Well, we have an ensuite so I can do this, but I just take the test and I just leave it there just in case I have to come back and check it or something. So yeah, that's why I have so many tests here, but this is the reality of trying to conceive and how many negatives you get, and it's just really frustrating. I haven't actually properly started bleeding yet. It's just kind of spotting, light bleeding, but as soon as it does pick up I will let you guys know and then you'll see this video. So see you then. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So I know it's been a few days since I last updated. I didn't update because I wasn't really sure what was happening. So the other day I said I was bleeding but it was very light and it only lasted for 1 day and it was just spotting. So I didn't actually class it as a period. So if that wasn't a period, I'm on cycle day 32. So since it was a 1 day period and it was just spotting, I thought that I would take a pregnancy test. This pregnancy test is actually out of date, and I know you're not really meant to use out of date tests, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. So the result window is all clear, so now it is ready to dip. So now that is running, we just need to wait a few minutes to read the results. So it has been a few minutes and I'm not sure if you can really see that, but the control line is not very dark at all. I actually think that the camera is making the control line look a lot darker than it is. But yeah, you can hardly see the control line, let alone any other line there. So this is negative. I mean, it is a really old test, but that's what happens when you take an old test. I guess that's an experiment done now. Okay, so now I have a first response strip here, and this is in date, so we're going to test with this one now. So I just got these ones from the chemist tonight. I have never actually used the strip tests of first response, but apparently they're just the same. So as you can see, our result window is clear. So this one here is very slowly running. So this control line is a lot darker than the other one, probably because this test is in date, but I don't see any second line. Okay, so the recommended wait time is now up and this test is negative. So I'm not sure if I will test in the morning or not, just see how I feel. So I might see you guys in the morning on cycle day 33. Or if that 1 day period was a period, well then cycle day 5. So see you then. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Trying to Conceive update. So today is cycle day 33, or if that was a period that I had the other day, cycle day 5. So today we are going to be taking some of the pregnancy tests I got last night. I'm going to use this last test, and I'm also going to take an ovulation test. So as you can see, the result window is clear. Okay, so now that one's working. So this is one of the tests that I got last night. So it is clear. Okay, so now that one is running. Here is our ovulation test, and as you can see, the result window is clear there as well. Okay, so now that one is running. So our first test is ready to check. So last night, the control line didn't come up that dark. So I thought that was because the test was old, which was probably why. But today, like, the control line came up really dark straight away. So I think this test survived time. But there is no second line. So this pregnancy test is negative. So now we are checking the results of our second first response pregnancy test. And I so think I can see a faint line, but it is probably just me having line eyes. So I'm going to say that this one is also negative. So I just shone my torch on it and I could not see any second line. So it definitely is negative. We're now checking the ovulation test. So this is showing that I actually do have a pretty high level of LH in my system, but it is not as dark as the control line or darker. So therefore this ovulation test is negative. So once again, 3 negatives today, but I'm just happy that there were no false positives. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Trying to Conceive update. So because that 1 day thing was like a period, I'm going to say that this cycle is over. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next Trying to Conceive video. So see you then. Bye. So very sadly, as you've seen, we were not successful this cycle, so now we have to try another cycle. So we have been trying to conceive now for 13 months, but it feels like so much longer. And yeah, that's just not normal, especially for someone as young as me. It's because of my PCOS though, that I'm having trouble getting pregnant. You can get pregnant with PCOS, but it's just extra hard to get pregnant. You don't get pregnant as easily as other women do. So yeah, a bit of a pain, and I feel like my body is failing because it's the most natural thing to have children and it's not happening. So I just feel a little bit numb, I guess you can say, because of not being able to experience motherhood, and it just seems to be just not happening naturally. So we might have to do IVF, but I just really am trying to see if it will happen naturally. I keep on going, this will be a month, this will be a month, and then some months I just try to forget about trying to conceive altogether, but then it just doesn't end up working then either, so can't win either way. Anyway guys, that has been this cycle's Trying to Conceive video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!